What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Hold My Nuts Podcast, where we talk about everything semen retention. No fap. You're tired of releasing on your keyboards, your laptops, and your desktops, and you're tired of being manipulated and dominated by female culture, man. You know what I need you to do. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification bell. It goes a long way with helping out the channel. Welcome to Hold My Nuts Podcast.
He who finds a wife finds a good thing and receives favor from the Lord. This is Proverbs 18 and 22. I really want you guys to zoom in on this passage and really what it's saying and what it's not saying. He who finds a wife finds what is good and receives favor from the Lord. In this video, man, I feel like I'm gonna drop a bomb on y'all, man. I feel like I'm gonna change the game with this video because it dawned on me the other day and I'm like, man, there's a mass deception going on when it comes to marriage and it comes to finding a spouse. And men are being deceived, man. You are being deceived because you're reading this Bible verse and you're not really understanding what it's actually saying. It says, he who finds a wife finds what is good and receives favor from the Lord. What is not seen is he who finds a woman finds what is good and receives favor from the Lord. That's the difference. You can find a woman, but that woman may not be a wife. And dudes are out here marrying women and not wives. And their lives are ending in tragedy. And their purpose is being destroyed because they thought that because this woman said yes to their proposal, that they found a wife. They thought when they read this Bible verse that because the marriage was scheduled, that they found a wife and that they had received favor from the Lord. But they were sadly mistaken because they did not find a wife, because a wife is a treasure. A wife is a rare diamond. A wife is something that God has to give you. He who finds a wife finds a good thing and receives favor from the Lord. If your wife is doing everything and anything that does not exemplify what a wife is, my friend, you have not received favor from the Lord. My friend, you have not received a good thing. Why? Because you found a woman. Every woman is not a wife. And this is what you have to understand. And this is the purpose of semen retention. This is the purpose of turning away from sexual sin. This is the purpose of living a life holy and acceptable to God so that you can understand and discern between good and evil. See, when you don't have discernment, you can't dictate if this woman's a wife or not. You can't. Why? Because you're being driven by your lust. You're being driven by your own lustful desires. You're being driven by what you want, and you're not waiting on God. You're not waiting on God, and you're marrying women who can be wives, but you're not marrying a wife. Therefore, you have not found a good thing and you have not received favor from the Lord. A lot of you guys are engaged to women who are not wives. A lot of you guys are courting women who are not wives. A lot of you guys are in relationships because you idolize the beauty, you idolize what you feel when you're with this woman, but they are not wives. And here's the sad part about it. You know they're not wifey material. You know it, but they check off the box in your comfort zone. You're closer to the goalpost, so you think. You found a woman, but did you find a wife? Did you find a wife? How did you find this woman? What made you say, I want to marry this woman? What made you say, I want to take her off the market? What made you say that? What impulse did you have? What did she do to deserve for you to say, out of all the women in the world that you could choose from, that you want to lock in on this particular woman? What was it? Was it a nice, quiet spirit? Was the fact that she prayed? Was it the fact that, yes, she was beautiful, but at the same time, her beauty didn't have a control over her? She wasn't influenced by her beauty, though she knows she was beautiful, but she was influenced and inspired by God. God is her portion. What was it that caused you to get engaged to this woman who is not a wife? A lot of you guys are on the verge of ruining your life. A lot of you guys are on the verge of setting yourself back 10 years, 5 years. This is not going to end well because God has not told you to move on this particular person. You want to move on this particular person. You are locked in and dialed in to this particular person. You are ignoring the signs. You are ignoring the signs, her lies. You are ignoring her manipulation tactics. You are ignoring the fact that you know deep down inside, she ain't going to be right for you. But you want her so bad, and you feel like that you can change her. You feel like that you could become good enough so that she will do whatever it is that you want her to do. No, you can't. No, you cannot. It is not going to work. I suggest those of you who are having second thoughts, there's a reason for it. If you're having second thoughts, if you are doubting in your mind, if there's any ounce of doubt in your mind that this is the one, bro, don't do it. Don't do it, because you are not receiving a wife, right? A lot of you guys are getting married, Christian brothers getting married because they just want to bust a nut. Bro, don't sell yourself short. Do not sell yourself short because you feel like if you can tie the knot, then you can bust freely without the condemnation of sin, but you're going to incur all of these other problems. Gosh, you're selling yourself short. You are elevating a sexual experience over a lifetime of love and happiness. I'm trying to save somebody out here. I'm trying to save a brother right now. You know this woman is not going to fall in line. You know it, but you're ignoring it. You're ignoring it because you don't want to be patient. You don't want to wait on God. Let me tell you something, fellas. I say this all the time. If you want to go fast in life, go slow. Let me repeat that for you. Write it down if you must. If you want to go fast in life, go slow. Why? Because when you go slow, you don't have to worry about the mistakes that you're going to make because you're taking the time, you're having patience, and you're waiting on God for him to deliver the right package. Therefore, you will skip all the mistakes on the back end because you took care of things on the front end. If you rush into a situation because you want to splatter over her face in the name of God, you're going to put yourself in a situation that you're going to have to pay the price for at the end, right? You're going to have to go into deep spiritual warfare to even have a chance of making this work when you could have waited on God and you could have allowed him to provide you with a wife, but you did not want to wait on the Holy Spirit. You did not want to wait on God. You wanted what you wanted and you got what you got. And now you locked in. Now you locked in. And the sad thing about the situation is that the rules for engagement in marriage are not biblical. Everybody's rushing to get married, but the principles, the engagement between the husband and the wife in the Western culture is not predicated on biblical marriage. So as soon as that woman or the man or whatever happens, soon as one party wants to split, it is night time. You are opening up a can of worms. You're opening up a can of worms for yourself. To go fast is to go slow. You have to go slow if you truly want to operate at lightning speed. Listen, man, book's coming out. If you want some information about how to deal with the opposite sex, please click the link in the comments pinned to the top. I give you advice on how to deal with relationships, how to deal with women, the dynamics between the feminine and the masculine energies. If you want to support the channel, that's a good way to do it. Listen, guys, I love you. Book is on the way. Keyboards, laptops, and desktops. You probably saw the promotion in the video. Is coming, and it's coming soon. So be on the lookout for that. I love you. We up 2024. Peace.